Yeah. Listen, they must have thought I was a scrub or something, a dub or something. They must be on a drug or something. I love when something. Try to count the cards I'm playing. I'm hard what I'm saying. Can't nobody fuck with fizzle. It's up with fizzle. No brake lights, baby, we stand dry. And motor come alive at 100 on 85. Sauce guys, I might spill it on your mama or your baby mama. I might spill it on your daughter if she 21. Ain't no telling, I just be gelling. Been it on a known felon. No telling what I be selling. They line crawl, that iron spot. Whole shoe, how that iron talk. My mind lost, who design boss? Rap breed from rap seed, some other fabric. Different city, same struggle, another savage. Maneuver streets, I go and get it like Uber Eats. Fit the haters 100 niggas say they gon' put some pressure on me. Stay inside and keep quiet. The street said I was gon' hide the street.
I really want to. I'm torn between never being on the internet again for the rest of my life and spending every day of my life on the internet just to push this shit. Like it has to be one. I ain't got no in between. I can't do this like off the net, on the net shit. Like I ain't been on social media. Matter of fact, speaking of social media, I fucking just you know that clip that fucking be resurfacing. Huh? I got it on my phone. It worked. Yeah, but that clip from the Ink Master shit. I had been off social media. You can pull the door closed too. We're gonna get an echo. But I had been off of social media for fucking about 2 weeks, a week and a half, 2 weeks. I'll go check my messages and shit. Mm-hmm. But I stayed off for 4 weeks, and I'm just like, damn, my life was so much more peaceful. By the way, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but
you got a fucking 15,000 less opinions in your life.
I'm tattooing one of my clients, and he showed me he say look man, look, you see this on TikTok. So the clip. They went viral on TikTok, and going viral on TikTok is a whole different world than going viral on anything. Yes, clips. Right, and it's fucking. So I'm like, all right, cool, like whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I ain't really tripping on that shit, bro. He's like, all right, yeah. So I decided to go check my messages, and when I go to my messages, I got like 40 unread messages. I got fucking my followers going crazy again, and I'm just like, what the fuck happened? So I see in my messages that old girl DM me, and she had me tagged in something. The girl from the clip, she had me tagged in something. You recording, you boy? Anyway, she had me tagged in something, and I'm just like, but it disappeared. So I asked her, I say, like, what was it? And then she was like, oh, the clip that you the clip of us again, it resurfaced. It was on TikTok. I'm talking about over 2 million views in one day. And she was like, and I just had to speak out about it finally because I wanted people to know how it made me feel and how traumatic it was for me and how it's like lingered with me. Right, this shit like was six years ago. Right. So I'm like, yeah, I can understand what you feel. And I'm like, it wasn't a moment I'm proud of. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing that I've actually never reposted the clip. Right. I could have took advantage of the shit and had all kind of interviews and other shit and all that. But it's just like, it wasn't nothing I was proud of. I know I'm bigger than that. I can get where I'm going without having to take that kind of shortcut, which most people would have taken it. Right. So I'm just like, nah, I can feel what you're saying and understand and I get it. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm just like, me personally, that was mild to me from the world I live in. That's mild. But anyway, so I go to read the fucking messages in the inbox, and boy, they going crazy on me. I had somebody, you fucking nigger, I hope you die. What it was, I had to the internet. Yeah, I had a message with fucking like 19 monkeys. Like just the monkey emoji. Niggas just put monkeys on just monkeys, bro. Take the time to do this shit, bro. These folks were so fucking angry, bro. But what blew me more than anything is I'm like, bro, y'all are acting like y'all are so angry that I said this to her, right? And it was out the way and it was out. But I'm like, bro, listen to y'all, bro. But mind you, I'm from a place to where you can't rattle me, bro. Right. You can't bully me. You can't rattle me. You can't hurt my feelings because it's just like, bro, I'm confident in who I am, and I was just like, I'm just come from a place, bro. That's what we did. Like we hurt each other's feelings constantly, so it wasn't really no big deal. But these folks, bro, you had to read these fucking comments. I ain't never received hate mail. I was almost honored a little bit.
Yeah, but why was you? Why you got to be a nigga just because you told a white girl she looked older than what she looked?
Bro,
that's a fair assessment,
bro. That shit said, boy, you fucking nigga. I hope you die. You're gonna take accountability for what you did to her. I promise. Man. I'm like, bro, like, are y'all fucking kidding me? But what's funny is nobody came to my rescue when she shitted on me for 4 or 5 episodes straight. The only reason why I ever fucking retaliated, bro, is like I would have never said anything. But the producers who fucking put the show together came to me on the slick and was like, hey, bro, like, look, man, defend yourself. I'm looking out for you. Right. Like, I want you to say like this shit don't look good on camera.
Knew how they was gonna clip.
It's like it's like you're looking bad. And I'm just telling you now, this is one of my dogs. It was like filming the shit. He became my dog and everything. He made sure like my jetpacks and all that was on camera when we was filming. He was cool as fuck. Shout out to Everett. But anyway, he was like, yeah, man, this shit gonna look bad, bro. Like defend yourself. Yeah. Like they being assholes to you. It's not gonna be a bad thing if you defend yourself. And I'm not telling you this on no TV shit to make no ratings and shit. I just don't want you to look bad on TV. Because the first 3 or 4 episodes, even my mama came to me like, God damn, like you just gonna let the girls run over you like that?
So they was airing the episodes as I was shooting?
No. He telling me that when it does air, I'm not gonna look good.
Oh, okay.
But by this time we had already filmed 3 or 4 episodes.
Right.
And I didn't even go in with the intention of like bombing on the girl. I just was like having a bad day. And I was just like, I was ready to go home. I had been there for fucking a month and a half.
Not the day.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, I tell my homie Sketchy, we walking in, and he like, bro, I'm over this shit. I said, me too, bro. I said, I tell you one thing. A bitch say something to me today, I'm gonna ruin their life. And he was like, hey man, they've been trying to bully you the whole time. I was like, yeah, bro, I ain't wanting to be bullied, bro. I just because it was another black dude on the show. They was bullying the fuck out of him too, and he like I'm getting bullied because I'm allowing you to. You feel me? I'm just letting you do your thing, and I ain't really tripping. But I was just in the mood that day, and I walked in, and I sat down, and mind you, we was downstairs, and they was doing critiques on the tattoos. And mind you, I don't really mind like the critiques. Like I'm somebody you can tell me some shit suck, and I'm cool with that. But the issue is that don't look at something I do when there's something worse than mine, bypass that and be like, good job, and then come over here to me like, what the fuck is this? Right. Like, no, shit on both of us, because I know his shit terrible.
Do you feel like it was set up? Like I never, all I've seen is reality TV from the consumer's point of view. Is it scripted at all?
No, this show is not. Like I've done Black Ink and all that. That shit is scripted, 1,000%. You feel me? They'll literally come in and tell you what the scene is gonna be like. You feel me? And then you kind of like play it out. But this right here is not scripted though. The way they do this show is they know your personality and they know who you are, so they know how to put you in situations that's gonna make you react. Right. It's not scripted, but it's like it's planned almost. Like I'm gonna put 12 in here with someone, so I know he gonna slap shit out of him. He don't like him, and they'll sit y'all together and be like, 12, you said you ain't like his tattoo today, and they'll back out,
right?
And y'all will start having a conversation. Yeah. So, but with her, they didn't even have to do anything. Now, mind you, I don't know this fucking woman from a can of paint, and I'm nice to everybody on set. You feel me? And I'm like I only knew how old she was just from having casual conversation, and just like, you know what I'm saying, you dope as fuck to be so young. You know, because she was dope. She was one of the dopest people on the show. So somehow the first episode came on, and they were just like, the captains chose like what assignments you were supposed to do on the team, and the captain of our team told me, hey, we just want you to keep watch. I'm like, damn, I ain't worried of tattooing. I'm like, all right, whatever. Fuck, you know, sometimes being a good teammate is cheering from the bench. Right. I'm with that, like, whatever. But what pissed me off, I hate being called lazy. Because I know, you feel me? Like, bitch, black people built the country. How the fuck are we lazy? Right. You feel me? Like, now we don't want to do some shit for free. We lazy. So that's always in the back of my mind, especially when I know I work harder than anybody I know. It's just that my opportunities aren't there like yours were. You feel me? Yeah. So after that, she called me lazy. After they told me not to, I couldn't do shit, and then called me lazy.
This girl?
This is like the girl on my team told me, they all in cahoots. They working together. So the girl on my team tell me, like, we don't want you to do anything. You feel me? And I'm just like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So they come back around after we done, and they like, oh, he lazy. He ain't do shit.
Basically had a game plan.
Right. So I'm just like, what the fuck? So all right, bet. So I come in that day, and they do critiques, and mind you, I know my tattoo ain't all that, but that gay dude exactly what the fuck he wanted. He was stoked about the shit. Yeah. You feel me? And there were a bunch of other tattoos that were fucking terrible. So when they did critiques, the judges were like, "This is the worst one." It wasn't even close to mine. So she just blurted out, "I hate Boneface's fucking tattoo."
Just for no,
yeah, and they
just
talking
about
yeah. The judge is like, "Damn, like what you got against him?" Right. She's just like, "I don't feel like he should be fucking here. He shouldn't be tattooing. He shouldn't be like, whoa."
She came to be a character though. She came to be a personality.
No, bro, she was just being a bitch in general.
But she had to have something. It was something.
This is how she's built outside of the show. Mm-hmm. Like outside of the show, she built like this. You feel me? And it's like, if that's how you are, that's how you are. But it's like, so they just like, damn, what you got against him? And she's just like, I don't feel like. Now, mind you, even if it's a lie, if somebody says something enough, it becomes the truth. Mm-hmm. So you constantly saying, I shouldn't be able to tattoo. I shouldn't be tattooing. I don't belong with a machine in my hand. Woo, woo, woo. And I'm like, bitch, I've been doing this for 17 years, and you've been tattooing 3 years, and you here to tell me I shouldn't be doing something?
What I'm saying is, why you though? Why does she focus in out of all the people?
No fucking clue.
That's what I'm saying. There had to be something though.
No fucking clue.
She didn't just come there and be like,
we finna get
this
around.
nigga.
We finna get around to it because I had a feeling what it was. So now, mind you, the girl on her team had the worst the girl on my team that was her friend. We were all on separate teams, but the girls were working together. You know what I'm saying? So the girl on my team had the worst tattoo. So in order to protect her, she had to find somebody else to pick on, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Because she couldn't pick on her, so she had to pick on me. So I'm like, all right, bet. So she says I have the worst thing. So the judge is like, damn, Bone, like, how you feel about that? I said, I don't feel no type of way. It's part of the game. She got her own opinion. That's fine. Right. We go back inside. We sit down.
You on there being cool. They want
so I'm sitting on the couch, just like how I'm sitting when I said it. I'm sitting on the couch. I ain't said 2 fucking words. You feel me? And boom, boom, when they talking about the tattoos and shit, and everybody saying that her friend got one of the worst tattoos, whatever. And then she was just like, I hate fucking Boneface's tattoo. I'm just like, God damn, like, here we go again. You feel me? Like, all right, game on, motherfucker. Like, you feel me? So the roast already got them brewing in my mind. I'm trying to figure out what angle I'm going to hit your ass at because it's beyond tattoos now. You feel me? I'm ready to embarrass you at this point. I don't give a fuck about the tattoos because you really just trying to play me. You feel me?
Facts.
I ain't did shit to you. I don't even know you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else love me except for your ass. You feel me? So, boom. She go again. Boom, boom. Why are you here? So, and then that's when I said what I said. The shit clicked. And it was just the perfect opportunity. Timing was right. I said the shit.
Everybody's face was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But like, it was like, I mean, what do they expect? If they were sitting there watching that shit for as long as you said it was going on, they should have expected you to say something. She should have expected you. I cussed
everybody out. Because after I said it, motherfucker came to me. One of the dudes was like, damn, bro.
You went too far.
He was like, bro, that was rough. I said, I don't give a fuck. I said, was it rough when she was fucking like trying to fucking assassinate my whole fucking, like, end my career on this bitch?
You might be the ones with the monkeys in your inbox.
So, now this my dog to this day. Yeah. So, I went off though. I snapped. I really snapped on everybody. I was like, bro, don't ask me to fucking apologize. Don't do none of that shit. I don't want none of y'all motherfuckers talking to me about nothing. Like, I ain't trying to hear it. I turned into who I am. And like, I'm like, yeah, that shit did. I was nice long enough. That didn't work. So maybe I need to be this guy.
You should have walked in there like that.
Yeah. But what's funny is I had more roast. I had more. Yeah. But I just stopped because when I said that shit, I could see how deep it cut. I was like, ooh. I ain't got even. I would have been just beating the dead horse at that point. So I chilled because I had some more shit.
You'd have been famous. They'd have gave you your own show.
Bro, I had something for. It was like I had something for everybody that pissed me off. I had something for them, but I just stopped right there.
You know how cool you'd have been if you had went around the room with that shit.
Boy,
another thing,
it would have been. It would have been legendary. It would have been legendary.
Man, yeah, that shit would have been legendary. They gave you a show, man.
Yeah, bro. So after that, so after that, I do that, and I'm like, bro, and after I as I'm going off, I'm saying some real shit. I'm just like, bro, like this shit is wild. How everybody's blind when it's me, but now I say something to offend her. It's like now I'm the bad guy.
Can't do that white queen like that, man.
Man, I fucking went off, bro. After that, nobody said shit. Everybody was afraid of me from then on out. Yeah. They wouldn't say shit to me on camera. Everything was said like in conjugal, like in the fucking confessionals, in those, and in private, no. Because if I was a dude, I would have slapped the shit out of them a long time ago. Yeah. But it's a female, so I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like if I was a dude, I would have been put off the show because I would have felt like he was trying me.
So if you fight, y'all get kicked off.
Absolutely. If you even threaten to fight, you get kicked off. Okay. Yeah, but it was just like, bro, I would have went home gladly.
They clearly can't be in the love and hip hop contract.
No, because them motherfuckers scrapping
the same thing.
Early. Yeah, but that shit. But long story short, boy, that shit went. And then after I said the shit, like now when I said it, everybody died. Even the cameraman. You can see them barely being able to hold their camera, the producer on the floor. And they just like, oh shit, because they know they got gold. They like, oh yeah, we struck gold. We struck gold with him. We got to bring him back. Because after that, them bitches offered me the next season and all that before the shit was even over. They like, we bringing you back.
Because they know they was gonna make
we bold
statement with their clip.
And on top of that, they love me behind the scenes because I was the easiest person to deal with. There's a whole lot of divas and motherfuckers crying about everything and complaining. I ain't never complained. I ain't never say shit to nobody. So after I said, one of the guys is like, man, don't worry about it, man.
Still in here. I think this nigga part of the podcast.
That nigga hung out, man.
He did though.
They said, one of the dudes was like, don't worry about it. They're probably not gonna use that. And the producer walked by and said, fuck that, that's gonna be the trailer. Yeah, I said, oh shit. And it was now mind you, after it happened, Kelly Doty was on the show. She was the heavy set white girl with the colorful hair. She was real good. But she was one of the females that I was real cool with. And she was just like, man, that's not you. Like, I don't know you like that, but I can tell just from my conversations with you being like you that's out of character for you. I said, and it was. I was like, I got sisters. I would never insult a woman. Right. I'm like, they kind of backed me in the corner. And she was just like, yeah.
That low key wasn't no insult, man.
To them it was.
It's a snap, though. Like,
but the snap is, it's like, sometimes you know what kind of damage some shit gonna do, no matter how light it is. Like, if I know you're insecure about something and I mention it, like you got a girlfriend. If your girlfriend insecure about her little booty and you crack a little booty joke, it's gonna cut a little deeper than it would with anybody else. Booty, yeah. Right. And she wants surgery on that ass and you say something about that little booty, it's gonna drive her crazy.
But also, if my girl knows she got a little booty, she shouldn't be around the house twerking all the time. You see that reference?
This is true.
Then when I make reference to your little booty, like, you got babe, look.
Right.
Like, babe,
so that's how I felt. Because
it's not my fault.
As a black man, bro, I already understood. As a black man, if I insulted a white woman on TV undeservingly in that fashion, it would have ended my career.
If you insulted her
undeservingly, if she didn't deserve, it would have ended my career.
I mean, possibly.
I would.
You would have went.
I tattoo 90% white people, bro.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, it looks like I'm a dickhead, but because there was so much animosity and build up that they were cheering like, bro, say something to this motherfucker. Right. You feel me? So when I did it, it was applauded. But at the end of the day, it's like, regardless of, I'm one of them people, I don't give a fuck about how society react to something or what people feel like is right. I know morally what's right within me and what's going to help me sleep at night. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I was just like, yeah, that shit was wild. You know what I'm saying? She earned it. But at the same time, some people deserve to be shot, but I don't want to shoot you. You feel me? Like, if somebody do something to me, I ain't got to whoop you. I know somebody going to whoop you eventually. I know you ain't that. Yet. Yeah, but I am. I know karma gonna get you eventually, so I ain't got to do it. I'm gonna watch somebody else whoop your ass. You feel me? So for that situation,
that's why I like little booties too. I don't want that to go unspoken about. Like, little booty, I don't want no.
Yeah, little booties now,
especially the ones with the stretch marks. You ever seen little booty with stretch marks? I don't know why they there, but you feel me?
Yes,
that's my favorite.
I appreciate it. I really do. Them the best ones.
Them is the best ones though. I low-key don't like.
How did it grow? Where did it grow to be? What did it grow to? Where did it grow to be a little booty?
Yeah, I think
it's a bigger little booty. How did it get there?
I think them attitude marks. I don't think they like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
attitude
when your attitude don't have nowhere to go, I just think
go into your booty.
Yeah, because it's little. Why would you have stretch marks? But I low-key
because it was more little at one point. It was littler. It was littler.
As y'all can see, we don't have shit to talk about on this podcast.
But that shit was wild though. And after that, I apologized and shit to her. And she apologized, like, yeah, I kind of did back in the corner, whatever, and I was cool. But I knew once that shit hit TV, it was going to resurface, and she was going to be mad at me all over again. So we was cool. I ain't going to say we was cool, but we was cordial the rest of the season. But after that shit aired and the premiere, they played it in every commercial, round the clock. And that's still like one of the biggest moments in that show history. And they played around the clock, and she couldn't help but be mad again.
She was mad even when TikTok came out with it?
No, she did say this when we talked in the inbox. I was just like, bro, I'm sorry you have to go through that. That's not a moment I'm proud of. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Because she done went and got like plastic surgery and everything. She looked like a whole different person. It's crazy. I'm like, bro, it wasn't that deep. I actually felt like you were a decent looking girl. Yeah. You feel me? Like, it wasn't like, you feel me? I would have knocked your block off. You feel me? If that was the case.
Now but you got her right here looking like the Saw Dog. Shut your ass up. I ain't even seen it. I don't know what she look like. Jigsaw, that's that nigga name though. But listen, don't pay me no mind. I don't even know what she looked like though. I seen the clip, but I ain't seen her now, so I don't know what she look like.
Man, shut the fuck up.
Siri heard that shit. But I just feel like you got to tone your attitude down. If you know you sensitive about something, that's why I talk the way I do. Like I'm comfortable. Like jokes can be on me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Me too.
Everything, right. You can, if I say something wrong, if I do something wrong, if I'm sweaty one day, if you catch me on the bad, just bro, if it's funny, it's funny. I'm really not tripping. Like,
I live in the same world, so that's why it wasn't really a big deal to me. And it's like, but I understood why it could be a big deal to her because people are fucking self-conscious about their image, and that's what it was. But yeah, she did say that like I know it's not your fault that it's resurfaced, and it's just. People are exploiting this shit, and just like the show exploded, they could have not aired it. But you feel me? I was like, yeah, it was out of my control after I said it. I said it's just a bad moment cemented in time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if we get in a fight, we can be cool again. But you might feel some type of way when that bitch on YouTube and everybody's talking about it. It's hard to let that shit die. You want to fight me again, and we supposed to be cool. I'm just like, damn, bro, we squashed it.
Social media brings shit right back up. But it's dope you said that, though, because I kind of wanted to talk about accountability today. Like, I thought about all day what the fuck we was going to talk about. And this semi has something to do where I'm going to make it a serious conversation, of course. But just like, little shit get on my nerves. I think if you run a business, that you should have accountability. Like, everybody needs a job, right? Mm-hmm. If you got a job in this day and time, like, it's a blessing, especially coming out of the pandemic and everything. You notice there's more homeless people, bro? Mm-hmm. Like, I thought I was tripping, you know what I'm saying? But I went to a couple stores. I'm like, bro, I saw a homeless nigga at an ATM. You know how offensive that is? If you gonna listen, though.
Was he getting money out?
No, hell no. He was.
Was he getting money out?
No, he waiting on. But I'm offended. That's too much.
Yeah.
Don't wait on me at the bank.
Yeah. Give me a little room.
Yeah. Meet me somewhere else. Like,
be next
catch
door
me
at the
gas.
car wash when I leave the ATM.
That nigga was at the ATM, like the drive-through ATM.
I thought you were say he getting some money out.
No, like I'm behind the car and I'm looking at this. Has nothing to do with what I want to talk about.
Go ahead.
But I'm behind the car and I see the nigga up. And I'm like, do he know? Do he know that person in the car? And I see him asking them for something, and they motherfucking drive off. So when I get up there, they're like, brother, if this is the ATM, this nigga is hovering over the ATM like he can see my pin. That's how close this nigga is. I'm like, bro, are you good? Like, what's up? Oh, man, I just wanted to know if I could hold a little something. Now, you can't tell him you don't have no money.
It ain't nothing but dubs coming out there, bitch. Ain't nothing coming out there you can get him.
That's true, too, though. I didn't even think that far
bro,
into
what
it.
can I give you out of this ATM, bro? Ain't no ones in here. Ain't no 50 cents in here.
I can't tell him ain't nothing on me. I'm here to put some on me. So I don't really know what to do at this point in time, though, right? Yeah, I can't say I don't have it. He see me getting this money out, brother. So I wanted to get $60 out. I just got a dub. I couldn't even get out what I wanted, though. So I literally got out a dub and like, bro, now I need this, bro. I'm finna stop and get some gas, though. But I just thought that just show you the times we in, like, people getting desperate, though, you know?
Audacity.
But I think people need accountability. So if you run a business, okay, cool, everybody need a job. But you got to look at your employees, too. Like, it's certain shit certain employees shouldn't do. You feel me? If you like a fast food restaurant and your cook got sores and shit on their arm, they shouldn't be the cook.
No. They shouldn't be in the restaurant. You need to be taking the trash out.
But at least make them wear long sleeves or something, right?
Bro. Yeah, no.
So I went to this, and I've always been like this. Like, back when I was really fucked up, I used to eat at Checkers. You know that Checkers on, it's only one Checkers, right?
No, there's a couple. There's one on Fairfield, and there's one up here on fucking...
No, what's the one like going towards Sacred Heart Hospital?
Davis
Highway, yeah. So I used to go to that Checkers all the time, right? Mm-hmm. And I got to the point where I had to learn this lady's name, and I used to have to call up there and ask for her. Mm-hmm. And then if they said she was at work, I'd just hang up the phone. You feel me? If they said she wasn't at work, I would come. And the reason why I would come is because I would order my food, and I would get around. I didn't recognize her voice.
Boy, you really did an employee check?
I had to. Because it was fucking up my food.
Go ahead, though.
Because so I would come around, I would order my food and drive around.
I understand if you was PF Chains, Roof Chris.
No, listen, though. So she had a mump. Like a big mump. Like, listen, though, she had the biggest motherfucking mump. You didn't want that around none of your sandwiches. I couldn't eat my food, but that mump was big. I think her mump had a headset. Like, she had one, the mump had one. Because I don't want people with mumps saying them. I understand it was a condition. But
is that what it's called?
A mump?
Is that really what it's called?
Yeah, it's called a mump. It's like like the measles is the small ones in the. It's really a mump.
Boy, that ain't a fucking mump.
Yeah, you can look it up. It's called a mump, brother. Pull your phone out.
Goddamn mump, man.
Brother.
Keep talking. I'm gonna
That
look up
bitch
mump.
was humongous, right? So I just couldn't eat my food. It was no offense to her. I know she can't help it, but I can't eat my food either, and I can't help it. So I'm just like, all right, I had to learn her name. And look at this nigga looking it up.
I'm looking it up for
But listen,
real.
I had to learn her name, so I would call up there and see if she was there. If she was there, I just want to come eat. So today, I'm at a fucking We gotta put that shit on the screen so people can see. Let me see.
This shit ain't even funny, bro.
Let me see.
It's not funny, bro.
Let me see. It might be her.
I'm putting it on the screen. Fuck it.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what this motherfucker here for. This shit is not funny, bro. This is worse than the boy.
We're gonna get canceled, man.
Yeah, we're gonna get canceled. Absolutely. But you guys,
man, listen. Oh, listen. You cannot help your conditions, brother. I could easily be born with a mump. Images. Why they got the little girl on there? Oh man. See, they only got the kids though. They'll take the kids down.
I ain't mean to, bro.
Put adult mumps. Google that. I don't want kids because I look bad. You can't do.
Put it in the bottom left of the screen.
Yeah, click on Buddy. Big jaw. Quagmire.
Hold on, man.
I call that nigga Quagmire.
Your ass dumb, bro. You going to hell, brother. I want you to know that,
jokes.
man.
It's
Gasoline
just,
draw,
it's
man.
not, but I have no. Brother, can you please take the children down? Like,
I don't know how to operate this shit, bro.
We got to edit this. Yeah, click dog. I just want Buddy up there. You can't double tap him and make him big.
Yeah, man. Your ass stupid, man. You a double tap and make him bigger.
That's wild, then. Oh man, that's Buddy.
Put it on the bottom left.
Look at us learning. See, y'all learning stuff with us today, podcast people. This shit gonna get professional one day. Y'all put them at the bottom. Y'all put it by me. I can't drink my drink.
Yeah, no, drink your drink. So that's who's fixing your food.
Right, but hers was bigger than that. Her shit was like, hers was huge, brother. Like I said, brother, I think, you know how they got double drive-thrus? I think she did a side and it did a side.
Man, shut the fuck up, man.
I just couldn't eat that. So listen, today I go to a restaurant and they're like, I feel you, everybody need a job. I'm cool with that. So they had a lady, bro, like she's short and she overweight, may have some kind of condition. I don't know. You feel me? You could tell she just wasn't the wittiest, whatever. And that's cool. I don't care nothing about that, right? I'm just here for fucking McDonald's. You know what I mean? So it's hot as fuck. She's sweating and everything. She should just be on the register. She should just be tapping buttons. She shouldn't have to move around, right? So they hand me my bag and sweat drip off her face and it hit my bag. I'm not eating this, brother. Like, I don't want to make.
Did it drip off the mump side?
No, this not a mump. This is today. Yeah.
Oh, this today.
Yeah. So she hands me my food, and as she hands it to me, a sweat like in slow motion,
I'm
like
dead.
a movie.
I'm dead.
Drips off, and listen, you know a paper bag is brown and it's dry.
Take this back.
That bitch hit my bag and spread. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Take it back.
And they looked at me crazy.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, hey, listen, I know y'all busy, but let me just get my money.
Take the bag and just keep the money.
So the manager come out and was like, what happened? What's up? I said, excuse me, ma'am, not the, I just would like a refund. Her sweat hit my bag and that's just not for me. Well, it didn't touch the food. And I'm like, ma'am, are you going to argue with me about, you want food out of a sweat paper bag, man? Like, well, how you know it went through? I said, brother, are we really having this conversation? I'm like, bro, I can't be here right now. Are you the paper bag specialist, bitch? I don't want this food. So it's just shit like that, like little simple shit like that's really what I went through there. And I'd be like, only me, bro. That's why I said I need a reality show. But you can't script shit like that.
You a damn fool anyway, thinking you finna go to a Checkers and get good customer service.
No, but this was McDonald's. And it wasn't about customer service. It was just, bro, who wants sweat on their bag, bro? I saw you sweat on my bag.
Yeah, man.
I watched you drip.
But they feel like, bro, if you eating in those parks, you don't mind sweat on your bag. Because somebody that mind sweat on their bag ain't eating there. That's just the way I am. It's like I don't eat at certain restaurants because I understand the caliber of the employees or the business itself. I don't want no McDonald's or no Burger King because I know what type of people they hire. It's almost eating in the slum. That's like that's like fucking in the projects.
Right.
You feel me? And expecting coochie not to smell like coochie.
But listen, it's some you go to these fine restaurants, like look at a nigga out taking a smoke break.
Right, but they keep him in the back so you can't see him sweat on your bag.
Yeah, that's exactly though.
He
And
sweat,
that's my
but
point.
you ain't get to see
he
it.
shouldn't be out front.
Right.
Right. So that just led me to accountability. So to make this serious, we've been fucking joking all the time. I want to ask you a personal question, right? Mm-hmm. So you've been through I'm not gonna ask you how many successful or failed relationships that you view, right? Mm-hmm. What level of accountability do you take? But I want you to be specific, not general. Mm-hmm. Like you don't have to identify nobody in particular.
Right.
But just find a relationship in your mind, bro, that went wrong and you feel like you weren't the wrong party in it, right? Mm-hmm. It was their fault that it went wrong. Mm-hmm. But what can you say about yourself? What level of accountability can you take for why this went this way?
I think a lot of this, in most of the relationships I've been in, I've always taken accountability. And one in particular, I feel like they were the reason it failed. And a lot of times, I feel like accountability has a lot to do with it too. So if you and I have a situation where if I'm dating somebody and I tell them off rip like, hey, I'm this way, I move like this a little bit, I'm gonna be like this sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And then they're like, okay, I'm okay with that. And as time goes on, that becomes an issue. Right. You feel what I'm saying? But they stay in that like, and that's another thing I have. I'm gonna answer your question, but I'm gonna say this too before I forget because you know I'm scatterbrained. I hate when people are in situations like they'll be in a relationship, right? And they'll endure all these things or whatever. And then at the end of the relationship, blame you for all those things that they endured. But me personally, if there's something that I can't tolerate in a relationship, I'm out. Because it's I have to be held accountable for sitting through some shit that I know I ain't supposed to be sitting through. People will sit through some bullshit, right, and blame you for them sitting through the bullshit when we all have the option to leave in a sense. But yeah. To answer your question,
but hold on before you, because that's good, because you're not gonna forget the relationship.
Yeah, go ahead.
But can you blame them for sitting? If you truly love somebody,
right,
or you want to make it work, there is some level of tolerance that you have to have in a relationship. So even if it's something that you don't prefer, you can't have somebody who's like, okay, I don't fuck with that, I'm out. No.
And I don't mean that on a minor scale. Let's say, for instance, like I'm just gonna like be direct. Like I'm not somebody that's. I've always we understand that I'm not really into polygamy. I don't believe in polygamy per se. I just don't feel like monogamy. Monogamy. I'm talking polygamy. Yeah, I don't believe in monogamy or whatever. I've practiced it before, but I don't feel like it's a natural thing. Right. So I go into a situation where I'm like, you know what? I decided, fuck, I'm tired of lying, and I'm tired of like being a dirtbag. I just want to be in a situation where I can fucking be honest. So it's just like I understand, and a lot of the times we pull people into situations, and this is me being accountable. We pull people into situations, and then we decide we're gonna tell them the truth later and expect them to adapt to that when that's unfair. Like I can't bring you in a situation, let you fall in love, and then be like, you know what? This ain't who I am. This is who I am really. Yeah. Accept that shit. Yeah. It don't work like that. But in this situation, we had been together for a little bit, and I'm just like, fuck. Like I'm tired of lying this shit to this motherfucker. And I was just like, you know, hey man, I really ain't in this shit, ain't into this type of thing. I can't do this. And I explained to them like I'm not in the monogamy. I can't really do this shit. It's not gonna work out or whatever. You could either stay and we can work through it, and we can try to make some adjustments. But it's not fair to actually say this right now, but it's how I feel. Right. So we can either break this shit off, and it was like, nah, I don't want to break it off. We're gonna keep it going. But as time went on, it was almost like I was vilified for the way I was. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, you could have, like, we had the option to break this shit off, and you wanted to be in it, and it didn't go the way you wanted it to go. Right. So now it's all my fault when you have to take some responsibility for your actions too, because you chose to be in this with me. But anyway, usually in my last situation, I was like, I understood that I'm selfish. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little self-centered, and it's just I'm my level of self-awareness is pretty high. And that's something that you really don't see in women a lot, to where self-awareness and accountability is there. And a lot of men you don't either, but you see it more in men than you do in women. Right. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, that was my thing. I think I'm pretty. I took accountability for my shortcomings in a lot of situations.
Is it? What do you blame her if she signed up for a contract that, like, basically you changed the contract agreement though, right?
Right.
you decided halfway through the situation that this
Not
is
halfway
what I
through.
want.
It wasn't that long. It wasn't that deep. It was like in the beginning almost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To where
What bothers you about it though? Like what throws you off? Like what emotion when you tried it? What emotion that you went through to like this ain't for me? Because obviously you didn't want to leave this person, right? Like you didn't want to just be. You didn't want to just disconnect.
No, not at all.
Right.
Not at all.
So what was it that just like okay? I need to do something
more than anything. It's just I wanted to change the dynamic of how we do shit. I just feel like a lot of men. I feel like I'm looking around and all my partners are fucking other people and cheating and shit, and they lying about it. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, bro, I wanted to create it. It was more. It wasn't really about fucking nobody else. It was more about creating a different dynamic with my woman that other people didn't have. Right. It's like these motherfuckers out here, like you sitting down. Imagine you sitting down with your woman, and it's a group of girls across at a different table, snickering and laughing because you was just fucking with one of them last week, and now you out with your woman. She look crazy as fuck. Right. So I wanted to switch that dynamic. I'm like, I'm tired of I don't want to have motherfuckers out here laughing at my old lady. I would rather be in a situation where I'm sitting at my old lady, and one of them motherfuckers say some wild shit like, hey, he was with me last week or whatever, and my old lady could say, yeah, you the one with the musty pussy. You feel me? Like, yeah, he told me about you. I know about you. You feel me? So that changed it. I just wanted to change. I wanted to shift and have something real because I felt like nobody around me had anything real. I wanted to create a situation where I had something real with my woman to where anything I did, you could ask me any questions. I didn't have to hide nothing. I didn't have to have no passcode on my phone because you understood who I was. It's hard to do that. Like 90% of men can't give their woman their phone and say, you know what I'm saying, use it without them being on ice and nervous. I wanted to create a situation where I could do that to where you already know who I am. And it's like we date people for so long and we don't even know the people we fucking dating. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to really be fucking open and really be friends, but that starts with telling the truth and being open about who you are. Right. So that's where that breakdown came. And it's like it's easy to do that once you get caught cheating. You try to flip shit and clean shit up and try to tell everything. But I'm one of those people that believe that you're not truly sorry about something if you get caught and then say you sorry. You sorry when you bring up something that somebody would have never found out or could have never caught. Facts. And the way I moved, she would have never caught me. Mm-hmm. This was something that was just on my chest because I really give a fuck about you. Yeah. It goes back to that conversation we had where we were talking about which one, when a woman asks, which one do you love the most? The one you tell the truth or the one you tell a lie? Usually in most men's cases, it's the one you tell a lie because you give a fuck about them. But the reality of it should be the one you tell the truth. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So because that's a selfless act. Lying is a selfish act. Yeah. So if I'm lying to you, you feel me? I'm protecting myself, and I'm trying to keep you around in the fashion I want it to be. It's like manipulative. So I'm like, I don't want to be that guy. I want to create a situation to where I can tell my woman the truth. She knows who I am. We'll go through the tears and we'll go through the hard part and we make adjustments and keep moving forward. Now, this one a situation where I'm just like, I need to fuck somebody all the time. I'm just letting you know, motherfucker, that that's not a real thing in my life right now. Your pussy ain't going to be the last one I see for the rest of my life. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So if something were to occur, I don't want you to be caught off guard. I want you to understand who I am and say, okay, I want you to be able to, it'll be an easier pill to swallow. I'm not saying you would be okay with it ever, but it's an easier pill to swallow when you know who I am. Yeah. So it was more of a transparency thing than it was I need to fuck somebody else thing.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah. I just wonder from a person who openly, says they want to practice polygamy or who does. Yep. What does monogamy feel like? Yeah, but no, I don't. And what's funny though is I don't want to practice polygamy. I don't need two women. You feel me? Right. I just need the freedom to be a man. You feel what I'm saying? Until I no longer want to do the shit. Absolutely. You feel what I'm saying? But that's just the reality of it. And it sounds real unfair when you say it that way, but that's fucking how we're wired and that's who we are. And it's going to happen whether you give permission or fucking not. So I would rather you be in on the jig than me fucking just be doing some shit behind your back. I don't want to lie to nobody. That's why I like being single is I don't have to lie. Yeah. You feel me? It's just like, motherfucker, yeah. Like it is what it is and you take it or leave it. That would be a dope segue into that question that young lady asked on our last podcast episode. She put a comment under the actual episode on YouTube, but I don't want to drift. I'll stay on accountability. Just remind me to come back to that. Mm-hmm. For me, bro, like this is something that I really been dealing with, like in my life personally, and I'm about to be like retarded, transparent on here. I gotta use better words. I'd be using defensive words. Like I can't. What's really transparent? I guess I could have said that, right?
Everybody offended by everything now.
Yeah, lingo sometimes comes out, but
right, and that's something we definitely got to do before you got to go forward. That's something we got to start doing. Mm-hmm. I think, and this is me being accountable. since we're talking about accountability, I think sometimes we're real insensitive about how other people feel. Like we had the little people comments that we were making.
Right.
And then when I reflect back on that, I'd be like, damn, that's wild. Right. But I guess I'm that way. And I'm not trying to defend it because it sucks when you take accountability and then you go back and say some shit.
But you're that way because you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just like, and we just live in a world that's so fucking sensitive. You can't say shit. You can't feel shit. And it's just like certain things are okay. Just like it blows my mind that in rap music, a rapper can say, you feel me? Get it back in blood. I'm going to kill my ops, shoot them niggas at the club, kill their whole family, knock their grandma off. You feel me? Boom, 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 bitch, black bitch, all this extra woo, woo, woo.
Right.
And it's just like, you say something as simple as like, I seen a deer, it was queer, and motherfuckers just like, oh, cancel him.
Right.
I'm like, bro, did you not hear this man talk about mass murdering a whole fucking neighborhood?
They can't wait to get to the club to sing it.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And it's just like, bro, we celebrate so much shit, and it's like our fucking concept, and we have selective comprehension, and we choose what's offensive and we choose what's not. When a lot of shit we do is offensive, and a lot of shit we say is offensive, but we choose parts. Because if I said a black joke on here, you feel me, and like we say nigga all the time on here, right? That should be offensive,
right?
But it's not.
Listen, you can say nigga on any
but
platform,
it's not, and it's okay, and it shouldn't be.
HBO, any TV, any movie, any podcast, you can say nigga a million times. Nobody.
It's one of the worst words in the English language.
I give a fuck, man.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But if I say like, damn, that's gay as fuck. Like, and you know we don't mean it no type of way.
Exactly.
Just like I didn't mean nigga no type of way. You feel what I'm saying? You know I don't mean it no type of way. That's just how we talk growing up.
Right.
And it's just crazy how this country was in a space once before to where all of that was okay when they used it and when they wanted to use it. You feel me? Like comedians said it all, crack fucking gay jokes all the time. But when it was convenient for this country to profit off of gay people, you feel me? Now you can't say nothing because you fucking with the bag. That's what it all comes down to.
No,
you can say nigga because it doesn't affect the bag on nothing.
Money. Right.
You feel me? It don't affect the money.
Niggas still gonna buy whatever. They still gonna do whatever. We won't stick together on shit.
On nothing.
You can say nigga a million times.
It blow my mind, bro.
Right.
It's retarded to me. And I'm just like, bro, the common sense in this country is ridiculous, bro. It's just like we don't have any. It's like motherfuckers pick what they want to be offended by, and it be some small shit, and the big shit we ignore. But go ahead with what you were saying. I ain't mean to cut you off.
No. That's cool. But yeah, accountability for me, bro. I've been thinking about going to therapy for something that I've talked about a million times on this show. Y'all will hear me when I talk about relationships. I use this one. It's my golden goose of relationships, the one that I was madly in love in and all that kind of stuff, right? And that's been over for some time now, about 6 years. So it's been about over as long as it was a thing. You feel me? But I'd be lying to you if I said it didn't affect my life, and I think it affects my life because I'm not sure how much accountability I take for what happened, right? So I'm the type of person, bro, I don't love much. Like, it's like, when I say that, it's like, it's very hard for me to meet a woman or meet anybody that come into my inner circle. I'm not looking for new friends. I got all the friends I need, right? Right. So when I meet somebody, that's always genuine respect. But like, I don't give a fuck if we hang out or we, you know what I'm saying? Right. When I meet a woman, I'm not necessarily looking for love ever. You feel me? It's just I gotta meet you and the vibe got to go right and boom, right? But when I let you in that inner circle, like I'm giving off Pepe Le Pew vibes a little bit. You feel me? Right. Like I hold on for dear life when I love something. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's me being a protector or whatever the case may be. But I've used examples of how this woman did me wrong. I got a million of them. I could just go down the list that would blow people's mind, right? And she's not a bad person at all. Like, even when you hear all those bad stories, you're like, damn, why would you stay with somebody like that? You know what I mean? Right. I can give you some good stories too. You know what I mean? This woman was the love of my life. But then when I look back through it, like you said, sometimes people will hold you accountable for some shit they stayed for. Right. You feel me? Right. That shit went on so long, and I saw all the point I was making earlier, but go ahead. Right. And I saw all the cues that this woman wanted to leave. For whatever reason it was. She wasn't ready for someone like me. She generally wasn't ready to settle down. Like, I came out the blue, I surprised her. It went better than she thought it was going to go. Next thing you know, you're in a relationship and you had all these other goals and things and whatever, and settling down, and that shit was an anchor for her. You feel me? Right. And I don't take accountability, bro, for not seeing the signs earlier and letting this woman go live her life. I could have saved us both.
And I was going to ask you this question. Because when I hear the stories and shit, right, it's like I'm pretty sure y'all had good moments, but it seemed like the bad outweighed the good in a lot of cases. So my question to you is like, why did you choose her of all people? Like, what about her made you land in that space? Because I'm sure you've met some good women in your time. Like, what about her that landed you in that space? I've always wondered, like, what about her that landed you in that space? She was gorgeous outside of that, but I'm sure you've had a lot of gorgeous women in your time.
Her looks didn't matter. This is probably the girlfriend I slept with the least.
Right.
That tells you how it didn't matter about
Right.
Whatever. But that was because I was so emotionally attached. This gorgeous woman, but when I was sad, I couldn't. You feel me? There was nothing intimate. But I mean, to answer your question, this shit might get wild emotional now though. But to answer your question, this is what it was, bro. I knew this woman when I was 12 years old. When I was 12 years old, bro, I wasn't cool.
I didn't know you knew her that long.
Yeah. We know each other as kids. I wasn't cool.
That makes sense.
I wasn't, but even that, it wasn't just that I had known her for so long. I knew her because we lived in the same neighborhood. We grew up as kids together. She couldn't stand me back then, you feel me? But I was the fat, funny nigga, you know what I'm saying? So I could always joke and I always had something to say. But I wasn't no ladies, man. I didn't have no swag about myself or nothing. And she ended up dating my best friend at the time. But we kids. That shit ain't, you know? Right. But I've always desired this woman, bro. Like, I don't know, for some reason, oddly enough, even when I moved away from Jacksonville and I moved here to Pensacola, I always thought about this person just randomly, like what they was doing, what they looked like, whatever, right? So when I got older, you remember when I was about 23, 24, like I was making stupid money. Right. Like niggas thought I sold dope. You feel me? Right. Like I was doing amazing for a nigga that age. You feel me? So I was going through Facebook one time and I saw her sister, right? I saw that name. I was like, damn, I wonder if this is her sister. So I hit her sister up, like, are you the sister of so-and-so? And she was like, yeah, I was, is what she said. I'm like, well, damn, I thought she died or something. And she was like, but they was just fighting. They just fell out about some shit. I was like, well, listen, since y'all cool, well, since she ain't dead, I like, if you don't mind, give her my phone number, right?
She ain't dead.
Right, give her my phone number. And she actually did that shit. So this girl hit me up, and she was coming to Pensacola the exact same day I got off, right? I kid you not, man. I hope somebody show her this clip, because she probably hate me, but I met her on the 4th of July, bro. No lie. I was out there with my daughter and my mama and my pops was actually
at the
still
time.
in town.
Your daughter, how old?
3.
Young, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My daughter, baby, right? And I remember her walking up, bro, and I kid you not, bro. She was the most beautiful person I had ever seen in my life, bro. She was nothing like I thought she looked, because I haven't seen her since she was 12. You feel me? Right. But it was just far beyond my expectations. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just something about her, the vibe, whatever. And we hit it off so dope that night, bro. Our first night going out, I think we went to Cabanas. You know that? Cabanas
out there by university.
Right. Yeah. So that's just the setup for our relationship. But that don't have nothing to do with why I love this person so much, bro. This is a true story, man. This woman provided shit for me and showed me another way of living. You know, when you so caught up in Pensacola life and street shit and whatever, you kind of consume with that shit. Then I played football, was around nothing but other Southern hood niggas. And so you just consume with that life, right? She was kind of bougie a little bit though. So the places that she would want to go, the things that she would want to do was outside of my normal realm, right? Right. So now you got me trying to, dress different to get into this fine dining restaurant. They won't let me in with none of the shit I got on. Right. You feel me? So it's just, I'm experiencing things and I'm seeing the world and I'm seeing it with this human being. You feel me? I'm going to New York. First time I saw Manhattan and I'm up there blowing a stupid bag. I probably spent 8 bands in 3 days in Manhattan. You feel me? Right. It was her birthday, just showing her a good time. But I'm seeing all these big ass buildings and the world is just so much bigger to me now, right? And I want to share all of these moments with this person. So I'm falling in love while I'm literally falling in love with life at the same time. Right. You feel me? Right. So I lost my daughter in a court case, bro. They incorrectly, from a poor attorney, they allowed my baby mom to take my daughter to Orlando. You feel me? Which was hindsight 2020 was the best thing that ever happened. That, that separated us and the courts was allowed to see that she was the problem and not we were the problem. You feel what I'm saying? So that's hindsight 2020. But me as a great father, bro, you still just a daddy though. You feel me? No matter how great you are, you can't be mama. You feel me? Let's say mama can't be daddy. It's moments that, let's say I had went to go see my daughter. It was 500 miles to go see her, 500 miles back. Every time I saw my daughter, it was 1,000 miles a month. You feel me? So I would go see her, and let's say I was by myself. Yeah, I would have went to maybe the water park or Disney or something fun, do some daddy shit, and then what I do with the rest of the day. You feel me? You don't really, as a father, you really don't know what to do with the rest of the day. You feel me? Cool. But I had this woman who was by my side through this whole thing, and she was creating a family environment for me. So instead of me renting a hotel, I would rent like the condo, bro.
Right.
They had like the kitchen and the pool outside and shit like that, right?
Right.
Then we would stop on the way and pick up her sister's niece, which is just like, to this day, I haven't seen her in a while, but I love her like my own daughter too. Like, she was a baby. Like, she was 3, 4 at the time. You feel me? So we doing all this family shit, bro. And I'm just finding myself in these moments. I can remember leaving Disney late as fucking night. We've been there all day. You feel me? We in the truck driving back to the house. And I swear to God, bro, it's like I'm in a movie or some shit. I'm looking, everybody sleep, everybody wore out. The water park done whooped everybody. But I'm driving home, so I'm up, right? I look in the back, bro, and I see both kids sleep, passed out.
Right.
I look to my right, she in the passenger seat, she passed out. And it's like just enough moonlight to come in and hit her face and everything. You feel me?
Right.
And I'm happier than I ever been, bro. Like, look at me. I'm doing this. This is me doing this. This is my money. This is me providing. Like, I've never felt this happy when I bought a car, when I bought a pair of shoes, when I blew money in the club, nothing.
Right.
Just the happy. Like, look at all these people like satisfied with what I provided. It was a family environment for me, bro. And the night that gets me more than anything, bro, I remember this shit haunts me to this day. And it probably bothers me because she don't even remember. You feel me?
Right.
One night we went to a water park, finished the water park, came back home, and they decided I was going to cook dinner and they was going to make brownies. This is how much I remember. It was brownies with cookie dough on the bottom. I remember that shit like yesterday, bro. This is fucking 7 years ago.
Right.
When it was all over, we cut off all the lights and we watched the children's movie, bro. Everybody had ate. Everybody was good. And I'm looking at my daughter laying on me, my little niece laying on my daughter, my girl over there, and everybody's into the movie. You feel me? Everybody watching the movie. It's nothing but the glow from the TV shining back.
Another one of those moments.
Another one of those moments, bro.
Yeah.
And I look down at everybody, and I swear to God, bro, if God told me to pick a day to relive over and over again in life, that's the day I pick. I never seen nothing more beautiful than her. I never seen nothing more like, I can't even make this shit up, just the way I felt, bro. And the saddest part about it is that I thought I had so many more days left.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I had have known that was the last one, I would have pulled her aside in the room and said, listen, I apologize for mishandling you so much. I apologize for anything about you that I don't understand. But bro, nobody could ever love you this much.
Right.
Not in an arrogant way,
right?
But I love you the way that people talk about in movies and in.
Right.
But this was everything.
Right.
So when I lost that, I lost everything. My nigga.
Right.
So that's one of the hardest parts for me. That's why I picked her. That's why she's my person.
Right.
You feel me?
Right. And it's funny you say that because that's what led me to the conversation that I had. It was the same thing. Me and my lady decided we was gonna go on vacation. Like we had been dealing with each other for years, like for probably about 6 years. And I was just in the same space I'm in now. Like I ain't doing no girlfriend. I'm good on that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be responsible for nobody's emotions. And I had moved to Atlanta, and then they moved to Atlanta, and we was kicking the heavy in Atlanta. And then I ended up coming back here, you know, and we moved back together. We decided we was going to give it a shot. You feel me? I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. Right. So we decided we were going to give it a shot. And we moved in together, same shit, having great moments, shit that just be locked in history. You feel me? Some shit you'll never live down. Right. And we go to New Orleans, and we hang out. Nothing is wrong. Like, this is the happiest she's ever been. This is the best I've been in a relationship. You feel what I'm saying? Because usually I'm just not really into it. I'm in it, but I'm not into it. This was like one of the first ones I've been like locked in on. And we go to New Orleans. We have a fucking amazing time. You feel me? And the weekend is over. I could tell she's so infatuated, so in love. And all I can think about in my head is just like, she don't even fucking know me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So as we riding, we going back. And we head back, and I'm same situation. The wind blowing. I got the top off on the vet. Right. You feel me? Wind blowing. It's just like, bro, this is fucking an amazing fucking moment. You feel me?
Like it was unfair to her.
It was unfair.
Right. She living in the moment.
She living in the moment.
You living in
and
reality,
I'm living in the moment, but in my head I'm like, this is not a real moment.
Right. Because
it's not a real moment because you don't
reality.
even know, like, you don't even know the depths and the back, the dark side of this shit.
Right.
You feel me? And it's just like I was like, fuck, bro, I gotta pull this curtain. You know what I'm saying? I gotta pull this curtain.
Don't tell me you did it that day though.
Bro, we riding.
Hey, you messed up the weekend?
No, the weekend was over. We on the way back to Pensacola.
No, nigga, that's still the weekend.
It is, but still, it's just like, bro, when something, it's like even just like you said, you wish you could have pulled her to the side and told her. You feel me? It probably would have saved shit and made shit different. You feel what I'm saying? But everything happened how it's supposed to. Anyway, we riding and I'm just riding and she wind blowing, breezing, and she just looking at me like I'm the best thing in the world. And she thinks I'm the best thing in the world, which I am in a sense. You feel me? Because it's just like I'm treating her like gold. You feel me? But it's just like I'm a fucking nigga, and I'm just like I was transitioning. I've jumped into a relationship, so this ain't a situation where I like cut everybody off. It's just like I'm like, fuck it, I'm finna be with her. You feel me? And I get into a relationship with her without properly preparing or going into it. So in the midst of my relationship, I'm still cutting people off. You know what I'm saying? I'm not answering the phone for motherfuckers or none of that. So it's not even like I'm currently at this moment cheating on her. You feel me? It's just like I'm into her and that's just it. But it's just like, damn, bro. Had I been in this moment and I've been on that passenger side and you did anything before we got to this moment while we were together, I would feel like it was all a lie. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, the only way to prevent this from being a situation to where it's not appreciated as it should be is for me to tell the truth in a moment that most people wouldn't tell the truth, or the way you didn't have to catch me in a lie. So we just riding and we on the way back, and I just say, I turn the music down. She like, why you turn it down? I was like, man, I be cheating. And she said, what? I was like, bro, I said, I gotta, like, I really just.
Your exact words.
I be cheating. I be cheating. Yeah.
That's
and,
a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Too.
And I'm just like, bro, I said, I like, bro, I don't want you to feel like I'm something that I'm not.
Yeah.
I know there's been dudes you've been with that you felt like you had the best relationship in the world with.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. You feel me? And you later found out that it wasn't. I want you to know exactly, because I really give a fuck about you. I'm willing to tell you the truth right now and lose everything we've built just on respect. You feel me? Because I want you to respect me more than I want you to give a fuck about me. You feel me? So I'm just like, bro, I just want you to know who I am. Like I struggle with certain things. You know what I'm saying? It's inherited. My dad was that way. My brother's that way. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's just that way. And it's something that I'm learning and trying to grow out of. You feel me? But this is who I am. And I want to tell you exactly who I am. And I just gave her a rundown of how I'm wired, who I am, or whatever. And the tears start flowing, of course. Right. But I let her cry, because you have to let motherfuckers cry. I think as men, we make a mistake by telling somebody the truth and then trying to coddle them and then giving them some bullshit to coddle them. No, let them cry it out. Let them. You feel me?
Cry with her though.
No. But the thing about it, it's like, bro, I'm not the victim. I ain't got no business fucking crying. You feel me?
Take it from Peppy, man. You should have cried with her, man.
Nah, bro.
I'm gonna tell you why though.
Go ahead.
To see the person you love hurt like that, got to move something. It's got to do something.
It did. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, I'm the type of person, I can hurt. I don't even cry at funerals, but that don't mean I don't feel nothing. That's just not my method of coping. Mm-hmm. You feel me? I'm not a crier. Right. You feel me? My method of showing you I give a fuck was that action. You feel me? Like you say all the time, a motherfucker with $1 million can buy you something. That don't mean shit to them. So it's about what means something to you. And the hardest thing for me to do is be open with somebody. You feel me? So that was my first moment of being who I am now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, bro, I told her the truth. She cried about it, of course, but I let her cry, and as time passed, you know, so we got back, and she was just like, I want to still do it. You feel what I'm saying? It hurt, but I can respect that you told me, because you didn't have to. Right. I would have never fucking known. I was oblivious. I've never seen you in that light. I don't think, you feel what I'm saying? Woo, woo. Right. But it's just as time went on, it was just like that shit. I feel like that was the best thing I ever did and the worst thing I ever did. I say it all the time, how, like, bro, telling the truth don't get you no fucking where in this life, because everybody is fucking lying except you.
It was the most honest moment you probably ever had.
But it was
probably the spiral.
It was.
That situation.
It was. It was just like, damn. And it was like, I could never get that, what we had before I told the truth, could never get that back. Now, had I been a fucking...
Now do women see why niggas be keeping...
So now had I kept the facade up, which I could have kept it up forever, because the way I functioned was, every woman I dealt with knew I had an old lady. There was never a time to where it would be anything that would leak. You feel me? They wasn't fucking commenting on nothing on social media. They wasn't trying to be seen. They wasn't calling my phone. Everything was like it should be if you gonna fuck around. You feel what I'm saying?
Which is the mark of a real man. If your dude ever cheat on you and you bump into the other girl and she like, I ain't even know you existed, you would have fucked nigga.
Right.
A real man gonna be tell your other girl like, hey, listen, I got
no fucking clue what I had going on. Would have never found out because it's like I'm definitely not lying to the motherfuckers on the side.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? They know exactly what's going on, and if you even so much as a little bit act like you want to be seen, you feel me? I'm a cut a fool.
Yeah, you got one time to 3.
Yeah, because I fucking loved my girl. You feel what I'm saying? But it was just like something I was like, all I could think about was like, bro, if I would have just shut the fuck up, shit would have been so smooth. But it's just like we never had one of those New Orleans moments again after that. You feel me? Everything, it was a downward spiral from there. Our whole relationship went from that to like fucking years later, it was doing this the whole time. You feel me? And then it got to a point where I was just like, bro, you're trying to accept something you're not okay with. So I got to leave the situation because I give a fuck about you and because I love you. I'm watching you be torn apart. We talked about it earlier before we got on the air, how a woman takes on the personality of the man that she's dealing with. If you're dealing with a dirt bag, eventually you'll become a dirt bag. You feel what I'm saying? Especially if it's an influential man, because there's some influential dirt bags out there, just like there's some influential positive guys out there. And I'm just like, bro, like that shit was like one of the best and worst things I've ever did.
So a question for you, because like I say, I know I need therapy for mine. How do you let go of? Because that's got to stick with you. There's no way you could talk about it like you said,
right?
Like you just did, and to say that it's, I don't know, what you consider that I'm over it. If you can still talk about something that passionately, are you over it?
No, you never get over it. You just learn to cope with it, and you learn to deal with it, and you learn from it. Now it's just like, in any situation I deal with now, is like I vow to like never relive that moment. So now that's I stay in the space that I'm in, but being single, because it's just like, bro, I understand the expectations of women nowadays. Like we can go into the primal nature of how men are supposed to be and how men ain't supposed to cheat, but we also used to shit in the woods. We don't do that no more either. You feel me? Times change and things change and expectations change. So women expect different from men. And until I'm able to fulfill that, I won't get into a relationship with a woman unless she compromises or unless she wants something different. If I had a woman that was like into the shit that I'm into, then we can run it. You feel me? But as long as I know you're a traditionalist and you think that way, I won't entertain a relationship with you because I know I can't do that. So I'm going to only put myself in situations that I can flourish in. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm like, no, bro.
It became literally a sickness for me. And like I said, and this is just me taking accountability, trying to pull my life back together from that shit, because it got to the point where, and like I said, it's not her fault, bro. Yeah, she was my everything. I can't tell you what I meant to her. You know what I mean? Everybody's perspective is different, right? It got to the point where I would send this girl, bro, knowing I was blocked. You feel me?
Right.
Knowing I was blocked. I know I was blocked every day. I would send this girl, I love you text at least 2-3 times a week. Knowing it was blocked. I never expected none of them to go through. I did that shit every week for like 3-4 years straight.
Damn, that's cold.
Knowing it was blocked.
That's
I never
tough.
thought she was gonna get it.
That's tough.
It was just for me knowing it just felt good to say it to her. Knowing that she wasn't gonna never see it though. You feel me?
Yeah.
But here go the thing though, bro. Real shit. That's another reason why I got a special place in my heart for Jolene. I don't mind saying her name on camera because she don't mind me saying her name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it is unfair, bro. When you meet other women, bro, I know every woman want to be the holy grail for you. You feel me? They want to be the only one. They want to be, you feel me? I'm forced to move on because this person, they chose to go another route. You feel me? But the dopest thing about her, number one, is she gave me reason to live after that situation was over. I went through bad depression when that shit was over. You feel me? She was the first person, just not even on no relationship shit. Like, she started coming to my gym and working out in my group, and our vibe was just so dope. I found myself just like loving to get up every morning to see her at the gym, see her face every day. And it was cool to have some form of a bond with a woman again, because I didn't think I could.
Because that kind of put you in that same space a little bit.
Right.
Gave you a taste of it.
But then now, after we've dated years later, right, she said one of the dopest things. Like, me and her decided to, you know, take some time off because of just location and shit like that, right? And, you know, she know I talk to other women now. You feel me? But she's such a dope person though. She ended up running off a girl that I was talking to. You feel me? Just because she pops up on my social media sometime, the other girl wasn't fucking with it. Like, nah, you still cool with your ex, I'm out, right?
Right.
So next time I talk to her, I tell her, I say, man, you running off people though, but we joke like that. You feel me? She said, man, listen, any bitch you talk to, they just gonna have to deal with me and T. The other girl name start with T, right? And I'm like, so you cool with the fact that she'll always have a special place in my heart. Like, she included this other woman with her. Like, I know I have a special place and this is where I belong in your heart. And it's cool that you love her. Man, that was one of the dopest shits I had ever heard. Like, and that gave me courage. Like, this is me saying, now I'm able to look back in that relationship and say, okay, what did I do wrong? Yeah, she did a whole bunch of shit wrong, bro. Like, she was the thorn in our relationship. You feel me? Right. But as a man, bro, you got to take some kind of accountability, bro. You weren't perfect in the situation, bro, and it was me holding on.
Yeah, and I feel like I was the reason for a lot of my situations failing, and I know why. I know I was short. The issue though is that when you know where you short and the other person won't take accountability for where they're short. Right. That's usually what my disconnect is when you won't own your bullshit and I own mine. Because I'm quick to say like, hey, bro, this is why I fuck up at. Me and you do it all the time. We have situations where we talking about the podcast, or I might say whatever the fuck, and we having a discussion because we go back and forth about shit all the time. And I say, you know what, bro, like, you right there. I'm wrong right here. You know what I'm saying? And when you can do that, you can keep shit going. That's why our relationship the way it is. It's not just in fucking romantic relationships. That's in relationships in general. You have to be able to admit where you wrong at, but it only works if the other person is willing to do the same. Right. If you don't have it both ways, you don't have a relationship. You have one person, it's what they call a symbiotic relationship that we're both benefiting from each other. It's just like, nah, some motherfuckers just ride you and you're the problem all the time and you're the issue, you know, and that I can't deal with a situation like that. Yeah.
And maybe that was somewhat how she viewed me, bro. Maybe it was hard for her to hear me say all the time that you was the problem. Even though to me it's like, bro, you the problem. Like, I don't have a problem. Right. I love you. I'm good. Like, bro, I can shake something off because I'm not going nowhere. In 7 years, I never once said I want to break up. Never once said I didn't want to be with you. You feel me? What's a pet peeve you got in a relationship, bro?
A pet peeve?
Yeah. Just something, like, it's maybe something petty or something, like, just get under your skin a little bit. Like, nothing crazy.
I just hate when motherfuckers make something out of nothing. Yeah. Because my thing is, bro, the whole point of a relationship is peace and peace of mind. Like, I already got enough shit going on. You supposed to be I shouldn't have to go on vacation. You should be my vacation. Right. You should be the person I come, like, all the bullshit I'm going through, I come home, I see you, and I'm just like, bet. You feel me? And I know we going to have fucking disagreements and shit, and we going to go through shit, but the thing about it is, my question always to a woman when we get into it is like, if you my woman, we finna break up over this shit? No? Well, let's fucking fix it. Right. Let's get to the bottom of it and get it out the way so we can get back to our happy space. But some people just like to have problems. Somebody told me that women love to create problems because they're problem solvers. You feel what I'm saying? If there's no problem, they have nothing to do. So they have to create a problem to fix. You feel what I'm saying? And when I think back, when I think back, sometimes it makes fucking sense. Because I could be having a conversation with a motherfucker, and it just be like, hey, good morning, how you doing? I'm good, how are you? Boom, boom, boom. We just having a casual conversation, and it's just a random question about some shit that we don't even need to be talking about pop up. And I'm just like, well, where'd that come from? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, before you know it, we in a full argument about some shit that didn't even have nothing to do with our conversation.
I don't think women fix problems. I think they low-key may like the energy of the effort you have to put in to solve a problem. Maybe that makes them feel love when you're putting in the effort to fix something, or, you know, show that you care about what they think about.
But I have been with motherfuckers though, bro. If it wasn't a problem, it was a problem. You feel me? And that shit is crazy because, and I'm not an arguer. I'm not somebody I've never raised my voice in a relationship. I'm the okay, and you get mad because I'm like, okay, okay, and you like it's sarcasm. I'm like, bro, I just don't want to fight.
Nah, they like a little energy. You gotta put.
I just don't want to fight, bro. I don't want to argue. Like, I ain't got time for none of that shit. Like, if I got to do this, if this is what I'm in this for, I don't want no part of it. My rule is this, bro. If I'm happy 95% of the time, and you come along and make it 94, we dead.
But you got some strict rules in relationships.
That's my thing, bro.
It's just
like
1%. If you add
I don't give a fuck. That means you taking away.
But if you add another human being to your life, their opinions, thoughts, wants, and needs, it's going.
I'm cool with all that.
No. I'm just saying it's gonna take down a little bit of your normal happiness.
No, it doesn't. Because the thing about it is, when I'm in a relationship, bro, I love to serve my woman. If you got a problem, I'm here to fix it. If you need something, I'm here to go get it. All of that. So my thing is, in the midst of all that, like if I'm doing all of this, I'm doing all this extra work to make sure you're happy. I'm doing all this extra work to make sure you're fulfilled, make sure you're taken care of. Bro, I done been in situations to where I done got a motherfucker a house. They ain't have no bills, a car. I'm emotionally supportive. You feel me? I'm all of this.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And it's like they still found something to complain about. Right. And I'm like, bro, look around. And I used to tell this person, I used to say, bro, one day we're going to be in a situation to where you wish we could get back to this point that you hate so much. No, absolutely. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And you're going to be begging for that. And it's going to be long gone because I don't have to do this. You feel me? So it's just like this shit is like volunteer work almost. I don't have to do this. Right. This is shit that I'm exerting energy to that I don't have to do. It's like when I go out to eat, I'm paying twice every time. You feel me? When I do certain shit, I'm paying twice. Now I said, do you understand the luxury of me being able to do all this shit and paying once?
Do you know how expensive that shit is to
right.
pay for everything twice?
Right. And the thing about women, a lot of the women, bro, is none of them appreciate that or recognize that. Like that shit, they'll tell you quick, they don't mean nothing to me. But they don't understand the energy and the effort that goes into. They don't have to do it. They don't have to do it.
Right. You have to experience. You have to see your bank account dwindle like that to understand.
But when it goes away, away, you feel it. And I used to say all the time. I used to say, bro,
you spent 8 bands in New York.
I'm saying, bro, we're in a situation to where you benefit from me in so many ways. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And one day this shit is gonna end, and you're gonna be trying to give me that same pussy. You feel me? With no benefits. And you're going to be looking around. You're going to be paying your own bills. You're going to be paying your own car notes. You're going to be buying your own food. And you still going to be trying to fuck me. And you still going to have to deal with all the shit that you're complaining about, but you have no benefits. Right. And lo and behold, it came around. You feel me? And that person came back to me and said, you said that I was going to regret and wish I could be. I just want to go back. I wish I could rewind and be in that situation that I was in. And I can't go back. And it's just like it's just like, bro, there's no way in the hell you will ever be in that space with that same woman you was in again. Right. You feel me? Because you know what it took to come out of that hole.
But can you create a new one? See,
you can create a new one.
I believe I could have created something new
with somebody. With that person, but it wasn't gonna be the same.
Yeah, I mean, I probably fucked that up, but on some whole other shit. But that's another podcast.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be the same, bro. Because it's sometimes, bro. Sometimes in a relationship, there's so much damage done that you have to move on and try with somebody else because it's like the past traumas are always resurfaced. Right. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like if you let's say you had a bad habit that you used to repeat all the time and it just got on their fucking nerves. You know what I'm saying? And y'all reset and like we're gonna start over again. And you do that thing. Yeah. It's like it's a trigger. All that shit, you feel me? All of it
come back up.
It come back up.
That was one of my pet peeves though. Like I used to hate when like my girl's like, why you always bringing up the past? And I be like, bitch, the past ain't Monday. You just did that.
Right.
It just happened Monday.
Right.
And it's real similar to Monday.
Right.
And it's Thursday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that was a pet peeve. But I really think, man, for me, I could have fixed it. I didn't really care about that. It was just I always wanted her to take accountability, bro. Mm-hmm. I wanted her to look at me and just know what you did to me. Right. Just acknowledge that you fucked me up, though. That's all I wanted you to say. Mm-hmm. It's like, hey, I fucked you over, bro. That's it. You feel me? I told you about the time my girl had 30 bands in her bank account and she had me hot. I never told you that?
No.
Listen, tell me it's this petty, though. So, of course, me and my girl used to move and go everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. Now, of course, I had more than 30 bands over the time. I always got a check, always got a big-ass check, you feel me? Mm-hmm. But I was spending for two. And we doing some crazy shit, always on the go, always out of town, always hotel, room service, eating out 3, 4, 5 times a day shopping. So that money always come and go, right? Mm-hmm. So we was driving one time, bro, and I forgot, something happened to my debit card, and I was just like, hey, look, I need to get some gas. I'm going to give the money back to you. Let me use your card real quick, right? So I went in there to swipe her card to get some gas. The dude was like, the thing broke down. You got to get money out the ATM. So I texted, baby, what's your PIN? I got to get some money out the ATM. So she told me, right? So you know how it asks you, do you want to see an account balance?
Right. You like, yeah, let me go and see what's going on.
I shouldn't look at her goddamn.
You felt like you looked in the phone almost.
Right. I was like, man, fuck that shit. Let me see what she got in there. Now listen, Keep in mind, I don't require my girl to pay for nothing.
Right.
I don't. It's not a thing. I enjoy paying for everything, brother. When I seen 30 racks of that motherfucker,
you noticed that day that you was paying for everything.
But I was hot, brother. I don't know why I got so hot. I think I was hot because she never even offered to pay for nothing. Though.
Right.
You would think though, out of all this shit we was doing though, just one of these $300, $400 tickets, you'd be like, babe, let me get this. Like, nah, for real.
Right.
You ain't got to tell me you got 30 racks on you.
Right.
But like, nah, babe, for real, I got this one. You on like 12, 15, 20. Let me get this one though. But when I saw that shit, I was so hot when I got back in the car, bro.
I can understand.
All she could say is, what you think she said?
She's actually why you was in her business.
Wow, I was in her But nah, bro, like that's just but yeah, I think people should take more accountability, bro. That's the point of me bringing that shit up. Even in a relationship like that, where I felt like I definitely took the most losses and shit. And I want to apologize to her, just publicly. If I mishandled you, if I misunderstood some things, definitely when you tried to make a comeback, I know I mishandled that situation totally. But I'll get into that some other time. You want to read this podcast question before we get out of here?
We got podcast questions?
I mean, a girl asked us a question on the thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, cool. I'm going to read this before we get out of here.
But I will say, though, bro, it's big to be able to put your ego to the side and, like, have a conversation like this and just admit where you was wrong on some shit because so many people don't know how to do that or don't want to do that. That's that is the key to sustaining a successful relationship. It's just being able to put your ego and pride to the side and have a fucking conversation and fix things. Stop trying to figure out who right and who fucking wrong and get to the bottom of the shit because that's what it's about. And don't sweep shit under the rug. So many times we have arguments and we go make up without fixing the actual fucking problem, and that problem resurfaces again. If you keep sweeping shit under the rug, eventually you're going to have a pile of bullshit under the rug, and you're going to be able to see it from a mile away. So you got to fix the problems as they come and don't repeat the same fucking issues. Like, bro, I know when I do get in a relationship, bro, I know how these motherfuckers be on social media talking about goals, bro.
Yeah.
Some motherfuckers going to be mad at me and my old lady.
Y'all going to be cutting up? Man,
they going to be mad at us, bro. They gonna be like, bro. And what's funny though, ain't nobody gonna be able to say they got no contact, no. Like I ain't gonna have like my next situation gonna be phones open, like that kind of shit.
That's some shit.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit it gotta be. But that's why it's so hard for me to get into one because I'm super fucking particular about what the fuck is going on. And it's
I don't know why I just picture you with two women though, bro.
No, it's not gonna be two.
I just picture you with two like.
What's funny though, bro, is
captain and a co-captain. I feel like the second person gonna be like.
Nah, if anything, it'll be me and my woman fucking somebody together. It ain't gonna be.
What I'm saying.
Yeah, but
I feel like the other girl just gonna be.
She ain't gonna mean shit.
Fold the clothes.
Yeah, she ain't gonna be me. She ain't even gonna be that important.
Nah, I think she gonna be like. I think she gonna like make up for like some. No,
we fuck you and you got to get out of here.
Nah, I think she gonna make up for some of your what's the word because you insensitive about some shit. I think she gonna make up for that.
Nah.
Like one time when you in your mood, she'll pull your main girl to the side and be like, "Girl, listen."
Nah, we don't need none of that.
You could be me folding clothes.
No, nah, you ain't doing none of that. Like you a toy. We gonna use you like a sex doll. You gonna get the fuck up out of here after we done.
But that might be the best life she didn't experience.
I seen this. There was a fucking episode on the Carmichael show, bro. That's a really good show. If you ever fucking go check it out. But him and his girl, right? They decided they about to get married, and they decided that they wanted to have a three. His girl was like, "I'm gonna give you a threesome." You feel me? Right. And it was so dope because they were just like at this bar, and this chick was across the room, and his girl was kind of like setting everything up and talking to him. And when the next day after they had the threesome, the girl was trying to hang out. And both of them like trying to figure out a way to get rid of her. Like she was acting like she was a part of their situation. Yeah. And they like, nah, bitch, you ain't a part of this situation. You gotta get the fuck out of here. And they found a way to kind of like kick her out. Yeah. But that was so dope to me that their bond was bigger than that whole situation. It wasn't even about, you feel me? It's like when
most
you do
people who live like that, they got that.
Yeah, but yeah, when you do shit together, like bro, that if you can get infidelity and insecurities in that department out of your relationship, bro, and you don't have financial issues, there's no way you can fucking fail. Yeah, it's hard to fail. But it's just like so many women have egos, bro, and worry about how you feel about somebody else. It's like a woman to come in your life, bro, and try to erase your woman from 6 years ago.
They will, though.
You like, bro, that ain't for you to erase. That's permanent. It's a tattoo. It don't go nowhere. Understand that you have your own space and she has her own space. And that's the biggest issue with women is just like, that's the first question a woman asks you when you get caught cheating is, how you feel about her? Did you care? Do you like her?
Right.
I'm just like, baby, you got a permanent space in my life. This is your block. You feel me? Nothing can move into this space. Nothing can replace you in this space. This is your space. And when the thing about it is like, bro, women have to understand that once a woman has that space in your life, that space is never removed. You may not act on it and you may not be in that space, but that space is there. You feel me? No woman can come erase. That's why that's dope what she said when she said they're going to have to deal with me and T. She letting you know that I understand that this person has a permanent space in your life. Right. I've created my permanent space. You feel me? Like, bro, I this whole thing about like you can't love more than one person at a time, bro. Like, come on, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Like, people have multiple kids, bro. And I understand that's not a romantic thing, but that's still proof that you can love two things differently and equally. You feel me? It's like it may be different types of love. Like I love my younger son a different way than I love my older son, but that doesn't mean more. They both have their own space in my life, and it works the same way in relationships. We all gonna have our own spaces for different people, and you got to respect that. You know what I'm saying? And if you can respect that, it just makes more space for you because you're more fucking comfortable. I'm more comfortable around you.
That's what she did. The
biggest issue with men and women, bro, the worst feeling in the world, bro, is dealing with somebody that you got to walk on eggshells with because you're scared who you are is going to offend them or make them feel some type of way, be in their feelings. Mm-hmm. You can't even like say what you want to say. And women wonder why you're more free around your homeboys is because you're not worrying about offending them. It's like, but damn, if you can get in that space, like nobody can replace you at that. You just got to be somebody that's irreplaceable. And I think that's why I fit so well in other women's lives, bro, because I can't recall the time I ever asked a woman to change anything. I can't recall the time I've ever asked a woman to be different. You feel what I'm saying? I allow whoever I'm dealing with to be 100% them, and they fall in love with that because they can be comfortable around you. I've had women tell me their deepest fucking darkest secrets and not feel judged, and it's just like that creates a fucking permanent space for you in their life. But they don't understand that all you want is that in return. But it's like you seem not to get that. It's like when you start speaking your truth, it's just like, really?
Because most of your truth involves feelings for another person, though.
Sometimes theirs do. Yeah, and you can deal with it a lot of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times, like a woman could tell you how another man did her, how much she loved him, and it don't bother you if you solid.
But eventually, she starts to replace him with you, though. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That level of openness, it's like almost like it's kicking dirt under your own feet. When you're able to do that, she starts to put you over that person. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're able to hear things and love her in a different atmosphere.
It puts a little it puts pressure on you for sure.
But she don't feel like when you express yourself she don't feel like that elevates her. That's a demotion to her. When you tell her like what this other girl is for me, I don't feel like me listening to that puts me above her.
Right, but the reality of it is it should feel like it's putting you above her because I'm willing to be open and discuss that with you. Right. You feel me? And a lot of times when you talking, it ain't goddamn that good anyway. That's how you hear.
Yeah.
You feel me? It wasn't that good, motherfucker. So
let me do this girl's question. I think her name is, at least on here, is A.A. Tate. Taite. All right. Now excuse my public school reading, right? She says, I don't understand how if y'all say all men cheat, y'all are telling the truth. But if another man says that's not true, they're lying. Why should we believe you over them? Mm-hmm. Especially after one of y'all said, I did not cheat for 10 years, so obviously it's possible.
Right. And what y'all need to understand in podcast world is when we say all men cheat, we don't mean every day and all the time. We mean eventually. You feel me? Whether it be like I had a question I asked the old girl last time we in one episode where I said, if your man has been with you 15 years and he cheated twice, is that a good man?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Twice in 15 years is
an outstanding man.
That's a fucking outstanding man. Right. But still, she paused and took a long, deep breath before she answered. You feel me? And let me know that y'all have unrealistic expectations for us. Right. But when we say all men cheat, we don't necessarily mean all men act on it. We mean all men have a cheating brain. All men think about it. All men desire to. I think women think that there's a such thing as a man only having eyes for you and only having a thing for you, and that is not real. I will die on the cross saying that is not real. There's no such thing as a man that only desires you. There's a man out there that won't fuck anybody else or spend time with anybody else or text or talk to anybody else, but that is for a limited time only. I don't know how long, but at some point he gonna slip because
even
that's
what
was
close to you. You almost had one. You just ain't give a fuck about none of that.
Yeah, but, so and you should believe us over them because we have nothing to gain from you, and most of the men that have told you that men don't cheat, we're trying to fuck you. We're not trying to fuck you.
Right. But the thing is, and you said it absolutely how I feel. We have to start breaking up the term faithful and cheating, right?
Right.
Cheating is a physical act, okay? Faith is a mindset.
Right.
Faith is the belief in things unseen, right? Faithful is, nigga, you full of faith. That's
Right,
faith,
right.
So cool. Here's the thing. You shouldn't have no fucking faith in us. You understand what I'm saying? Faithful is not a thing. Even if I know I did not cheat in 10 years. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not the type of dude to put myself above other men. So when my girl come tell me a story about Joe Blow who done cheated on his girl and so-and-so over here who done cheated on that girl and we watching a TV show, I completely tell her, no, I understand why he did that and where he coming from.
Right.
I'm not above him. Right. Just because I'm not doing that to you doesn't mean I don't have the same thoughts as that gentleman. I just chose not to act on it. You feel me?
The bitch ass nigga response to that would be, damn, he wild.
Right, exactly. I would never.
But go ahead.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So the thing is, you have to understand that faithful is a mindset. So no, I did not physically act, but I had the same thoughts as every other man did. It wasn't some euphoria, as old girl said, absorbed. I was not so absorbed that I didn't see another woman, that I didn't think about having sex with another woman. That's not a thing. You understand what I'm saying? So when she say, why should you believe us over them? That's all I'm going to say about it. Personally, and no offense to you, thank you for being a listener. This is just how we talk. So if you watch this show, this is just how I talk. I really don't give a fuck if you believe me or not. You feel me?
Right.
The thing is, I don't expect women who've already signed up for this contract with their man to hear this podcast and go renegotiate.
Right.
I don't expect that to happen, right? My only hope is if a woman can hear this and take this information in, if she's single and she go meets a new man, you understand? That she can go into it with realistic expectations, and maybe we could start something new as a generation where we go into relationships with realistic expectations, right? And negotiate that. Okay, listen, bro, don't lie to me. Don't even feed me that bullshit.
Right.
Don't even tell me how different you are. That's over with. Let's be done with that. Cool. Listen, brother, these are the things that I require as a woman, right? No STDs better not come back here. And I better not feel you cheating. If you got to take a time away from us and our kids, no bitch better not ever come back to this house. Don't ever embarrass me. It better not be nobody in my circle. If it's something like that.
And all of those demands are fair.
All of those demands are fair. That's what he need. And then after that, you need to go to sleep peacefully every night. You understand what I'm saying? And as long as those things don't come back, right? So cool. If you're in a relationship with the man and he does cheat, once he breaks the contract on his own, maybe instead of looking at your man as a failure, because a lot of women have thrown away good men just because he cheated. Right. This man has been everything to you. Great to your kids. Some of them not even his fucking kids. You feel me? You found him fucking another bitch and now he a dog, he this and the third. No, baby, go work it out with your man. Negotiate a new set of terms if he must do this thing, right? Right. So for all of you ladies out there who saying men don't cheat, just listen to this to me. A lot of you women are really boisterous about this. No, I've seen men, I've experienced this. I know all men don't cheat, right? So let me tell you a quick story. It's a gentleman that goes to my gym, right? I have conversations with the gentleman all the time, right? I know he done fucked 3-4 bad chicks that be in there. You feel me? He done told me. I done seen the photos in his phone. He's verified that he did this, right? Cool cat. One day I was going to this couples gathering, right? My girl was setting this up. My girl at the time, she was like, let's go to this couples thing, right? I didn't know who was going to be there. I'm like, all right, cool. So I get together, I go there, I see her homegirls there, and I see old boy in there, right? And I'm like, oh shit, what's up, dog? You from the, cool. Introduced me to his old lady. That's cool, me and I'm not snitching on big homie, you know what I'm saying? Nice to meet you, you know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you got a cool ass old man, blah, whatever. So we start playing the games, taking shots, cool. After that, somebody want to bring up relationships and somebody who done cheated. You know me, I can't sit quiet. Right. I'm going to have these conversations in the environment. So here am I with my podcast brain, and I'm going to go ahead and give you, hey, baby, listen. Right. All men do this, all men do that, right? Right. So he had one of these, though. His girl was one of these. Right. Oh, so you just saying all men? That's just you and your kind and how you think. I can recognize that from a mile away. My man will never do nothing like that if he even thought about none of that. And I'm sitting.
He busting sweat.
Listen, he looking at me like, dog, please, bro.
Just be quiet.
Kill it for me.
Kill it for me.
Listen, and I ain't going to, of course I'm not going to rat him out, right? And I'm just like, all right, baby, I'm going to let you have it. You feel me? And she aggressively coming at me, right? Right. And she got the worst nigga in the room. So take that into consideration when you saying this about men and what you think you know. You have no fucking clue. Like you said, we have nothing to gain from you. We're not telling you this to ruin your aspects or ruin your relationships. It's just hopefully to give a few women realistic expectations about what men are. That's the only thing. You can take it for what it's worth, believe it or not believe it, but the truth is you going to get what you going to get. So that's why it don't matter to me if you believe me or not, baby. You going to get
You'll figure out eventually.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to come out. You'll come tell me I was right eventually.
Right.
Now, I'm just going to say this, man, to the women of the world. If cheating is a deal breaker, you'll probably never make a deal.
Never.
And that's as simple as that. And there's some, like, my thing is, bro, I've seen some of the greatest men in the world, bro, and they get thrown to the wayside because they slip up in that department. And I'm just like, why?
Right. You
only going to go get some other shit that's going to do the same thing that treats you worse. Right. So it's just like, bro, like, and my thing is, like, I don't ever want to get on here and condone that shit like it's an okay thing. I'm just telling you it's a natural thing and it's a normal thing. And that if that's, like, don't base the success of your relationship on that.
Right.
And when you ask women a lot of the times, like, what's the most important thing to them, it's always that.
Right.
And it's just like, bro, like, that's not what we were put here for.
Not at all.
You feel me? I'm going to tell you a funny story that one of my homies called me the other day and said, yeah, bro, I was listening to the podcast and I heard you tell the boy 12 that you wish you could be like him in relationships. You know what I'm saying? How you, like, how he ain't cheating, woo, woo, woo. He was like, bro, I think we need counseling, bro. And I said, nah, bro, we don't need counseling. I said, the world needs counseling. I said, sometimes a group of people will get together, bro, and trick you off everything you believe when what you believe is right. I said, what's wild about our society today is that I can go on the mountaintop and say that I have trouble being with one woman. You feel me? And that I desire multiple women and I'm a monster. But if I go on that same mountaintop and say I want to flip my dick into a pussy, I'm a hero. I'm brave. You feel me? So I'm like, bro, we live in a sick society. So don't think that this society is right just because everybody is fucking in unison on something that's wrong. I'm like, bro, it's a natural thing. It's an instinctive thing. It's a primal thing for you to be the way you are. You feel what I'm saying? And maybe we could work on being better in the way we do shit. You feel me? And how we go about shit. Like you say, the character part of it and accountability. And we have to be more honest about it. You feel me? Right. But I say it all the time, and we've had this conversation in the beginning. It's just like it starts with us being accountable and fucking telling the truth so that these women can stop fucking thinking that shit is real. The reason they think it's real is because some of us are saying it is.
But exactly.
You feel
me?
It's
the easiest access to what you want.
It's the easiest access to what you want.
Exactly.
And so it's just like, bro, like, yeah, like we don't need fucking counseling. Right. The world needs counseling. You're just acting natural in an unnatural environment.
Right.
You feel me? Like this is not the environment for the primal man. My brother told me earlier, he was like, yeah, man, yeah, bro, women so and so and so and so and so and so, bro, and they XYZ ABC. I said, bro, these ain't the women God made, bro. These are the women that have been impacted by society. You feel me? These ain't the guy. This, bro. We are so far away from our original, the way we were originally created to be. Men and women, both. You feel me? I was like, bro, these ain't the men God created and these ain't the women God created, bro. We some other shit right now. You feel me? And until we reset, bro, we gonna always have, that's why we can't fucking get along with each other, because we so far away from our natural.
And it's gonna get farther apart, brother. Yeah. The hilarious part about it is monogamy is religious based. It was birthed from religion. You feel me? Now you bitches out here dating a nigga who ain't been to church, you don't go to church, and why you expect him to follow religion? Your nigga a club promoter. Why the fuck? You think he gonna follow this religious background? You don't go to church. Y'all ain't got a gospel track the first in y'all iPad or iPod or whatever.
No Marvin Sapp.
No nothing.
No nothing.
Y'all don't pray to God till something go wrong. You feel me? Why do you think people are following this, brother? Y'all aren't church people.
No, and we follow it because it suits us. It's in favor of them. You feel me?
That's why they go with it.
That's why they go with it. Yeah.
But my thing is the expectation.
It's unrealistic, bro. Yeah, and I used to say this all the time too. It's unrealistic to expect somebody who's not even loyal or faithful to God to be faithful to man.
Right. So and that's my point. It's like, who do you think you are? You with the person, including yourself, who's not even faithful to God, but you want them to follow these God tendencies. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? If I don't
are you?
Right. If I don't follow the shit out of this book that shows you that I don't give a fuck about the person in this book, why would I follow that shit for you? And it's not even a hard concept to understand. When you have something on you that people want, you're always going to get false narratives. A rich man is the same thing as a beautiful woman. When a rich man tells a joke, people laugh harder. You so fucking funny. You so whatever. You feel me? When a rich man wears a stupid outfit and how I look, oh no, you fine.
You fresh. That's how fashion got the way it is.
Exactly. Because there's so many people around him that benefit from that money. If you have a pussy on you, you have something that is all the time something that every man who
greater than money. So you're going to get better lies and bigger lies.
So when you're requesting all of this shit, what the fuck do you think people going to tell you?
Exactly what you want to hear.
Yeah, exactly. We do that on job interviews. When you go to the job interview, that ain't how you talk. That ain't how you dress.
Well, you work 7 days a week, Mr. Taylor.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a hard worker, sir. And, you know, I have to do whatever you want me to do there, boss.
Exactly.
You want me to, exactly.
And then when you get the job, your ass calling in every
Facts.
day.
You late. And come on, man. That's just real shit. You do this in every aspect of your life, but you think pussy different. You have something that people want to obtain. You always going to get false information. So when you first said, the first thing out of your mouth is that the reason why you should believe us, because we don't want to fuck you.
That's a great reason to believe us.
You're going to get the most honest answer. The two most honest men is a man who thinks you unattractive and a man who already fucked you.
Exactly.
You going to get the real after that.
Yeah.
If I think you ugly, bitch, what you want to know? I'll tell you anything under the sun. Everything.
Right, because I don't want nothing from you.
Nothing. And after I fuck you, low key, if we ain't in a relationship, bitch, what you want to know?
Right.
You can't erase what I just did. What
Right.
you want to know? What's happening? You feel me? So this ain't a hard concept. So thank you for the question. I hope more people ask questions.
You got some more questions?
Nah, I don't want her to feel like we shitted on, people just really put statements. We want more of y'all to ask questions though.
What we're going to start doing
And
is...
I don't want you to think we shitted on you.
Nah, what we're going to start doing is this. When we film the show, I'm going to go live on our YouTube channel. This will encourage more people to subscribe and follow us too.
Right.
You feel me? And we're going to allow people to ask questions during the show.
Right.
You feel me? We may not answer them as they're asking them, but we'll go to the site. We'll go scroll on the laptop and start answering questions just to keep the
You think we do a FaceTime up here? Like if we shoot an episode and somebody got a question and we fuck with that question.
We can do it.
You think we can FaceTime, put them on the
we
screen
can do
and
that.
have them ask the question?
Yeah, that's the shit I was telling you I got the app for now.
Yeah, that'd be
so
dope
we're going to
too.
start utilizing the screen more. That's what it's up here for. We ain't got this bitch up here just for nothing.
Right.
But we'll start involving y'all. But the thing about it is this. We want y'all motherfuckers because we going to have a little pay link down there. Y'all going to send us $1 or $2.
Right,
you feel me? If you don't send us no few dollars, we going to scroll past your motherfucking question like you ain't ask it. You feel me?
For real. We'll be answering questions that we don't even care about.
Yeah,
so baby Mumps.
Because this shit costs money. You feel me? At the end of the day, this shit costs money. We don't really get much from it other than just being able to sit here and have a conversation and just allow y'all to view it. But we definitely want y'all input because we sit here and go back and forth all day long. But this show is really about like answering your questions and interacting with y'all. So we're gonna do more of that. The next episode we will air it live. We won't air it live, but we'll have the live YouTube while we air it. While we record it, and then we'll air it later. But we're gonna start asking questions during the show, and that'll help us for when we don't have guests. You guys become the guests,
Facts.
and we'll have we'll just start answering questions. But y'all definitely
And that's
gonna
the same
motherfucking cash up us and
for businesses
tip
and
us.
stuff too. We got to start doing that too. If you got something that you want to promote, the only thing that I say is I'm not promoting no bullshit.
Right.
If it's a scam, if you want to promote your chicken and I try your chicken and that shit ain't nothing, I don't want your money. I'm not
Right.
promoting no sad ass chicken. But if you got something that's dope, I don't give a fuck what it is. If it's a hair product, if it's whatever, and it's some dope shit and we can vouch for it, absolutely. We are gonna start selling advertising spaces as well.
Right. And there are a lot of people who faithfully watch this show, bro. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all. We are we have people that are so dedicated to this shit and come every show. Like I know who they are. When we log on and go live, them same people show up every time. Shout out to y'all. We want to definitely give y'all the opportunity to have some input and be a part of the show because we definitely appreciate y'all. But this shit is going to pop. It's not a matter of if, it's when, and when it do. Like we don't want y'all goddamn jumping on the bandwagon like y'all been here. We want you on the wagon, but we don't want you in the front seat. Yeah. So goddamn, yeah, just understand this shit gonna pop. So support it while it's in a small stage that we will respect you a lot more at the end of the day. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's when it means the most is in these stages. Don't wait till we get big and try to dick ride, then it's gonna be too late.
And Mike Bless, whenever you stop playing Antoine Fisher 2, bring your ass on the show. I know you're gonna be the new Antoine Fisher on there, mama. Why you need me, man?
My dog somewhat goddamn getting makeup put on finna play Megatron, goddamn with some shit.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So thank y'all for tuning in to Anxiety Issues Podcast, man. Like, subscribe on YouTube. All that good shit, man. We appreciate all the listeners and all the followers.
This
man.
the first episode you almost cried too, bro. It was deep.
Hey, man, listen,
It
bro.
was deep, bro. That was deep.
I love.
I
my
ain't even know
person.
the depths of that
listen,
shit. But I
wrote a song about you. It's gonna be on my album. It's not all about you, but it is.
Listen.
Listen.
Listen, like we joke and play a lot, but in the middle of doing this episode, I realized how much more we need of that. Sometimes we get off track. I be in this bitch smoking weed and drinking, and all I be wanting to do is laugh at you and your fucking moments or your rants or whatever the fuck you do. But this shit, like we got some good shit to say sometimes, bro. So like we definitely got to focus on being serious a little bit more. Like this shit still got to be light, but at the same time, that was a dope moment, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people gonna take a lot from that. And like
she know what's up, bro. I'm gonna love you in this life and the next one. I don't know what's after life or where you go when you die, but wherever I'm at,
hey man, whatever is inside that pussy, don't nobody ever put it on me.
It ain't even in that pussy, man. Like I said, it was the least sex ever though. I love that person to death, bro.
If it ain't in the pussy, if it's in your eyes, don't look at me. Don't look my way. I do not want the sun and the goddamn moon to be hitting you while we driving and my heart fluttering and shit. That got to be a good feeling, but
that girl somewhere on the beach with her Indian boyfriend. She don't care nothing about me.
Listen, bro, I tell women all the time, bro, like y'all think y'all want a faithful man.
This is what you get.
Listen, faithful men are fucking Listen, faithful men are fucking psychos.
That's why God knew not
get
to
y'all a calm, cool, collected man that gets some more pussy every now and again. You feel me? And you're gonna be better off because if you get a faithful man and you decide you don't want that faithful man no more, there is no cutting ties. He gonna kill you and everything you love.
You forever.
He gonna love you forever.
If I die before you die, I'm moving in. My ghost and my spirit gonna be right in the house with you and your husband.
I say it all the time. People
always joke, pushing that nigga down the stairs.
People always asking for shit they don't want until they get it, and when they get it, they don't want it no more. Most of the men that I've seen love the shit out of a woman like you love the shit out of a woman, end up getting shit on it. They get bored. They get bored with you, bro, because, and I just, in that same conversation I was telling my homie when we talked about therapy and shit, I was just like, bro, when a man acts in that fashion, bro, women get bored because that's not a natural thing for a man to be in that space.
But let me tell you what it was, and I know we supposed to be closing, but to quickly just address what it was, bro. Women are so taught so soon to ask for that level of commitment,
right?
Knowing goddamn well you ain't ready for it.
You got to grow up and be grown for that.
If I had met her at this age and this stage,
it'd be beautiful.
Perfect.
It'd be beautiful,
right? But you coming into a situation as a 23-year-old woman, 24-year-old woman, whatever it was at the time, right? And you asking for this level of love, and you meet a nigga who willing to give it to you, right? It's so much other shit coming to your mind. Number one, this might not be the package I thought it was coming in. You feel me?
Right.
So now I got the love of my life, and it's actually going good. I love this nigga too, but it's not the package I want to change so much about him.
Right.
Like I said, she was boo. She didn't want me to be like this thug and all this other shit, right? And then you have a level of commitment. No, now, bitch, you got to deal with my thoughts, my wants with sacrificing. I sacrifice for you. Some of your dreams you got to give up. It is what it is. You feel me? And vice versa. So that's what it was. Women are so trained to ask for that shit. Like if you said, if it walk into your life and you're not ready for it, that's not what you want.
And I don't even think it's a woman thing. I just think that people don't understand that love is not for selfish people. Love is for selfless people. And if you're a selfish person, there is no way you could ever be in love. And most of us are selfish when we are young. You become less selfish as you get older because that's why your mom is a better parent to your daughter than she was to you.
So
because
basically saying she doing all this shit for this new nigga that she should have did for me.
Absolutely, because she's grown to a place to where she could probably appreciate that. It's just like, bro, we train early to try to be grown. Like when you look at little girls, what they get them for Christmas?
Now let's go
baby,
close.
I'm
finna go knock on their door.
They get them baby dolls and shit. You feel me? And it's just like everybody, little girls are like trying to be parents already. Like, bro, like live your life. Live your life. Get all that wild shit out your system so that when you do sit down, you can appreciate sitting down and you ain't got nothing to look back on. We be fucking trying to live and be in relationships and we ain't even lived yet. We ain't even did shit.
Listen, you bringing up shit, man. This is trauma for me, bro. You bringing up shit that's keeping me on this microphone, bro. Because I'm traumatized now. This motherfucker in the house being compassionate, listening, and this is what bothers me.
All the things you want.
But listen, though, this is what's crazy, and I swear I'm gone. This is it. I'm done with it, bro. Listen, though. This is what pisses me off about shit like that. Because you will swear you got love right now, right? The only thing is, I just ask you this, though. if you put him through all the shit you put me through,
it wouldn't be the same.
Do you think he'll still love
No.
you? And that's the shit that bothers me, bro.
No.
If you with this person now, that's the shit. But you'll go to sleep every night feeling loved.
Right.
No. You go to sleep every night feeling comfortable.
Answer this question though, right? Because we talk about accountability, right? So if you, let's say you were to go back and rewind and you were aware and noticed that, all right, cool, this is not a good time to try to be all in with this woman. Let's just both be toxic or both be young and free and go through the motions. And because the thing about it, when you're that dedicated to somebody, you can't take hurt. You can't take heartbreak. You can't take letdown. Right. You'll become disgusted. You feel me? But if both of y'all are in a space where you're both growing and you're both living and you making mistakes, both are making mistakes and you're not so dedicated, it's easier to stay together. Right. You know what I'm saying? The hardest thing for a faithful man to do is accept that somebody fucked off on him. Right. You know what I'm saying? You can never live that down. Yeah. When you're having sex with her, you're going to think about that. When you're in any romantic moment, you're going to think about that because that's the way you're wired. But I'm just saying, yeah. But even if they don't even give you what you deserve in return, it's the same effect. It doesn't necessarily have to be sex. It could just be somebody not appreciating all the work you putting in.
I would just let her go and live so it wouldn't be so much discussion between us.
Right.
I'd have let you go do your thing and let life prove you right. I knew I was right the whole time.
Right.
I would just let you go do it your way and let life prove you
right.
wrong.
And after life proves you wrong, now we can circle back and say, now let's give this shit a real shot. Right. So now there's no real trauma there. There's just like regular young people shit that we go through.
I wasn't mature enough to let her go fuck somebody.
So that's what I'm saying. It's just like that's accountability. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like we have to understand, bro, that like everything ain't meant to be love right when you want to love it. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just the way shit is. I think I have a good radar from understanding like when something needs to be. Because sometimes a motherfucker will be trying to beg and plead with you that they ready for something, but you see that they not. And it's on you to fucking analyze that and say, you know what? I can't give them that right now. It was
a mean setup, though. You know, you meet them, don't hurt me, be good to me. Like, all right, bitch, I'm going to do all them things. And then now all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's how it work. That's how it work.
Man,
we went deep, man. My dog, you know what I'm saying, talked about the moonlight glistening on people while they were asleep, you know. But that was deep, though, bro. Like, I can identify with that. Yeah. And I think a lot of men can in different ways. But there's nothing like that feeling, especially when kids are involved. And you have that family dynamic, because I think every black man, every man dreams of that fucking Cosby Show thing. You feel me? But dreaming of it and actually bringing that shit into fruition are two different things. It's a lot harder to bring it to life than it is to see it. But we all dream it, just like we all want $1 million, but we don't understand the work that goes into getting $1 million. Right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that shit is dope, bro, and we should all strive for that. That is like the ultimate level, and that's the way we should be with each other. But give it time. This is the Anxiety Issues Podcast. I am Boneface. This is my brother Adam 12 Taylor. Your boy on the ones and twos, Cavoisier in the cup, and we are out.